Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to HH Reviews. Today I'm reviewing a pair of shoes, not just any shoes. They came in a box like this, nondescript, nothing listed on it. You wouldn't know where it's coming from until you open it. And lo and behold, we've got the Tiffany blue Nike Air Force Ones, Tiffany 1837s. And if you notice, the box itself has kind of like small T's all around it. It's got a nice texture. If you move it around over here, you can see there's even a metallic, I guess, ventilation hole or something like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and open these, give my first thoughts about how it was packed, and just sort of, let's look at the shoes. Okay, so first off, you've got this super dope like tissue paper that more or less looks like it has the Air Force One. You kind of have like the Air Force One history on here. I'll show that here in a second. Super cool. Kind of like out of a magazine is what it reminds me of. And you kind of see a little bit of Tiffany's history in here. So kind of makes sense that this would be the culmination of the two brands. You have Nike and Tiffany doing its first official release. In the box as well, as you do have your receipt from Tiffany and Company, as well as kind of like your classic Tiffany jewelry envelope, which they included for some reason. Very cool. And we move along. These shoes are wrapped perfectly. A lot of detail went into this. You can certainly tell that they were probably, hand wrapped. Everything looks like it was done by hand. And let's take a look at these. All right, so super cool. First impressions. A lot of people were concerned that these were too basic. That these shoes are just a normal Air Force One that just happen to have the Tiffany blue swoosh, and that's what makes them a $400 retail shoe, which is really a lot for retail. But if you feel these, they're super heavy. This feels like real suede. It's not synthetic leather. There's a Tiffany satin tongue, and additionally the much talked about bar of silver on the back, which I think is just so insane. It's actually a really, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a pretty big bar. A lot of the other videos that I saw on this shoe, the bar looked small and very insignificant, but when you actually hold these shoes in your hand, there's a lot of metal that they used, and I'm impressed by that. And overall, I mean, it just feels like a very quality shoe. I don't see any mistakes on the glue or any loose threads or anything like that. And you can look at the sole and notice the Tiffany blue sole as well, which is super exciting. So that's kind of this shoe. I'll go ahead and wrap it back up. Now the next shoe I think comes with the laces that were much talked about. So move on to the next shoe, and we've got, yep, sure enough, we've got the other kind of unique aspect to these Tiffany Air Force Ones, the laces. Okay, so people are thinking, what's so special about laces? Well, obviously, we have the Tiffany blue laces, which would look pretty dope to go with the Tiffany swoosh here. But we have the white laces, and we've got this canary yellow color, which is very unique to this shoe because it's reminiscent of the canary yellow diamond. That's the idea behind it. So again, another part of the collaboration are the laces themselves. The black laces that it comes with are actually higher quality in my opinion. So it's unfortunate that they couldn't make the additional laces of this quality, but it's kind of just a small issue, but not a big deal. Again, the quality of it is hard to see unless you're actually holding these shoes. This is real leather, unquestionably. The inside, you've got a thick leather heel that's very well padded. There's nothing cheap about this. I mean, yes, the price is not cheap, but the shoe is not cheap. So you're actually getting something super quality. And I think that when we talk about sort of the value perspective on something like this, because this has come up quite a bit, who would pay $400 for a pair of Air Force Ones? That's stupid, that's crazy. Okay, I agree that on some level that is probably crazy for a lot of people if you look at this as an Air Force One. I don't see this as an Air Force One. I see this as a luxury sneaker, maybe in the same class as a Prada or a Louis Vuitton, or if you were to wear Gucci, loafers, or something like that. I don't view this as a tennis shoe. I view this as a high-end shoe that you would wear if you were to wear a suit or a tuxedo, or you're going out to a high-end nightclub or a really nice restaurant. I just don't see these as everyday casual Air Force Ones. And there's nothing wrong with everyday casual Air Force Ones. There's a place for it. But these are, for, in my opinion, just by the quality of them, the look of them, the fact that they used real silver. Yes, it's not a lot of silver. A lot of reviewers have complained about, that why would you spend this kind of money on $20, maybe $25 worth of silver? Well, yes. I mean, if you were to just go and buy silver bullion, it might be $20, $25 for this much silver. But remember, this is Tiffany stamped silver, and a lot of these brands have a 10x, even 20x premium for their metals. So basically, if you were to go on the Tiffany website and get the charms of this size and this weight, you'd probably be spending $200 to $300 just on their silver, again, just being the Tiffany brand. So this shoe is not for everyone. It's not an everyday shoe. It's a little over the top. And funny enough, people were saying how subdued it is for such an expensive shoe. And I'm getting the exact opposite impression looking at this and holding this. I feel this is an over-the-top shoe. I think it's very flashy, funny enough. I don't think there's anything subdued about it at all. And it's very impressive. And it feels like something that could cost $400 or more on secondary right now. I'm not, a lot of this hate about the price. I mean, again, it's expensive. I get it. It's an Air Force One, but it's not a normal Air Force One. The materials alone, I can tell you, I have Air Force Ones. They're not real suede leather and everything, and they're not stitched like this. And everything about this is so much more high quality than any Air Force One out there. So that's my impressions on the shoe. In a nutshell, I'm very glad that I bought them. I don't know if I'm going to wear them anytime soon, to be completely honest, but I'm very excited to own a pair. And thanks for tuning in. Comment down below, and have a great rest of your day.